Hey everybody, it is it's been in a very long while since I've done a few episodes of Otaku Asylum. It's been a while, been a long while. However, we're back doing it again. And
Yeah.
of course, I had to bring my friend along. Hey Mary.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Thanks a lot for tuning in, and hopefully we'll be a little bit more consistent about this in the coming weeks, months.
Yeah, if she sounds a little distorted, it's because I got her over the phone this time. So, yeah. So the thing I wanted to talk about, I saw E3 a few weeks ago, and I saw the news about, before E3 about Kingdom Hearts, and I feel kind of ashamed about Kingdom Hearts because of the simple fact that Omar just got Kingdom Hearts this year.
Yeah, it took a long time for him to be like properly introduced to the series. So it was a bit of a delay, but I mean, you're here now.
Yeah.
You're on the boat, so to speak.
I'm on the boat. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Shenmue when it was coming out, because of
Yeah.
the fact of me, having access to get the game, but I didn't really have the money.
Yeah, hey, you have to prioritize, and so games don't always score very high up on the priorities list when you're trying to adult.
Yeah, as much as we would like them to.
Right.
Yeah, but playing the games now, I've played through both of them a little bit, and I can understand the frustrations now because I remember when they first announced that Kingdom Hearts 3 was being made. And I'm just like, what? I looked back. I'm like, yeah, I remember when Kingdom Hearts 2, came out and everything like that. And I look back and I'm like, no, that was when Kingdom Hearts 3 was first announced. I'm like, good God. How many years are y'all
Yeah,
going to delay this?
yeah. It's just the delay has been ridiculous. I think if I'm not mistaken, the first Kingdom Hearts came out in either 2003 or two or the other, but Kingdom Hearts 2 was released maybe 4 years later at the most. And here we are. We've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 now for nearly a decade. And so the delay just gets even more ridiculous with every passing update. But hey, diehard fans like myself, we're gonna wait. We're gonna complain, but we're also gonna wait.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like, we want this. We want this badly.
We
However,
do.
it's just like, when they put it out, finally, it's going to be an astronomical price. And it's just like, bruh.
Well, I don't expect it to be any. I expect the most you might pay for it is maybe like $80 or so. If it's a standard edition, if they do like a special edition release, then yeah, you may have to pay upwards of maybe $120. But that all remains to be seen when they actually do release it.
Yeah. And it's going to be something. And just looking at what currently is available as far as like gameplay and everything, right now, looking at the difference between the first gameplay and the gameplay that just came out,
Yeah.
it looks very good. And I was talking to somebody the other day about why the game has been delayed so badly. They said the producer is such a perfectionist, and it's like, I can understand being a perfectionist, but If you ain't perfected this game across
Well,
2 gens.
yeah, it's, right. I can understand, being a perfectionist also, but, it's like at this point it's starting to feel like you've stopped and started over at least 17 times.
17 times. Yeah.
It's not just going, it doesn't seem like it's just going back and redoing this part or redoing this little tidbit right here. It's like, no, we did a full start over. Like, I scrapped all of this and started over.
Yeah, and he probably had to.
And it gets frustrating for us, diehard Kingdom Hearts fans. But like, as I said before, I'm gonna wait. I'm sure other people are gonna wait. And if I'm 40 years old when Kingdom Hearts 3 gets released, I'll still be buying it.
Half arthritis in your fingers and everything. But anyway, mess around and have gout trying to play the game.
Yeah, carpal tunnel arthritis in my fingers trying to hold a PlayStation controller.
By that time, it might be sold out to somebody, and it might be on multiple platforms. It might be playing.
It possibly could be,
Yeah, it might be on Steam. Be playing it on PC.
Right.
Yeah, and it's getting long. It really is. But looking at how the plot is going from the gameplay, it looks pretty good.
It does. It looks like it's gonna be worth the wait. Honestly, in all honesty.
Yeah, it does. It's just like, okay, okay, the story's progressing. We see what's going on, and we see, how much they're putting into this.
Mm-hmm.
And my only worry with this is the gameplay gonna fall flat? Which I don't think it is, but we've seen gameplay.
Right. I don't think that the gameplay is gonna fall flat. With anything, if anything, I think that it's gonna be, probably enhanced in certain areas, but maybe, but still be different from, the rest of the games. Somehow they always do like a little tweak to make it different somehow, from game to game.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are looking forward to this like free running system that they seem to be introducing in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's kind of like almost like parkour segments or something.
Really? So they're trying to get all the Razor's Edge. Is that what it's called? I think not Razor's Edge, but the fans of the game with faith, the parkour fans, maybe trying to do something.
Yeah, maybe. But that's what from some of the systems, or from some of the videos rather that I've seen, the clips. And, listening to what other Kingdom Hearts fans, people who are really, really diehard and really break the game down, it looks like they're going to be introducing this, like, free-running parkour segments into the game. And so it looks really interesting. It does.
Yeah. I mean, I got to watch some of that. I haven't heard about that. And
yeah, so, I only found that out very recently.
Okay.
When I was listening to one of the gamers on YouTube who really, really, really break down this game and analyze it, and they were analyzing the latest E3 trailer, and that's when they were talking about this parkour system.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so I'm looking forward to that. It looks like it could be very interesting.
Okay. Okay, so that could be a very interesting little thing, the way they could use that. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. That could be something that could very easily complement the New World layouts.
Yeah.
Since a lot of, we've only seen like 2. New worlds so far, but from what I've seen in the trailers and everything, they look so very open scale and so very vast, and so I think navigating these worlds with the parkour system would be a hell of a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and you said about you noticed the like differences between one and two, and
Yeah.
like one of the big things was the drive system. The drive forms like
Oh yeah.
when I first started, playing the first one, it was just like, man, and this is great. Leveling up and everything at first was kind of hard, and we realized
Yeah.
why that was happening for me because I wasn't using all the ability rings and stuff. Stop laughing at me. But
Yeah. Yeah.
then I get to the second game, and it's like, man, what is up with all of these things coming out of nowhere? And I'm like, I know we like supposed to be upgraded from the second game. I mean, from the first game, but I'm just like, this is the first level, and I'm already. It's like 2,000 things coming out at one time. Can I get a break? A little bit, maybe, kinda. Then Sora comes and it's like, okay, drive system. Let me use this one time. And it's like, okay, so this feels like the first game, and when I have my levels again, okay, so all right, this will work, and you get the different forms. And my thing is are they going to introduce something new with like the new forms or whatever? Are we going to get something new? Or are we going to get something played out? Or are we going to get something that's like with the Valor form, the Valor form, I said the Logic form just a second ago, but it's called something else.
There's the Valor form, there's Wisdom form.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I think. And and I wondered about that too. Especially, this is something that I thought would be a nice touch if with the drive forms, if they're bringing them back. I'm not exactly sure yet, but if they're bringing the drive forms back, I thought it would be really cool if like you had like a drive form for like every major character like in the world. How in Kingdom Hearts 2 you can fight alongside Mulan or Jack Skellington or Captain Jack Sparrow, and what would a drive form with that character look like? What would it be?
Oh.
And that's just something that I thought would be really, really cool if if Sora was able to achieve like a drive form with not only Donald and Goofy, but with the major characters from the world that you visit.
Yeah, like they had, kind of like the same thing where they had, the reaction, the reaction.
Yeah, the reaction command.
Yeah, and that was great because that comes in handy. It's like, okay, you know what? Because usually I only use the reaction commands when it's like, you know what? I am so done with this part reaction, and you get so much help, like with Auron, Simba, and like a few other characters. You get so much help from them from just using the reactions. And in a pinch, even Goofy's comes in handy, and then Donald, he is later in the game. In the rocket one, I'm just like, okay, I kind of needed that at just then because it's like I was telling you last night when I was actually playing it. It's like all these freaking shadows coming out of you know what? All these freaking shadows coming out of everywhere. Or I tapped the reaction command. I'm like, let me see what this does. And all of a sudden, just rockets coming out of everywhere. I'm like, okay, that worked.
Yeah, reaction commands can be very useful. Very, very useful. I would say, I use them, unless there's like if I'm trying to do something specific and I don't want a reaction command to get in my way, then I might unequip it. But otherwise, I pretty much keep reaction commands equipped at all times because they really do, come in handy in a pinch.
Yeah, like there was a big fight at in Hollow Bastion, and in there, I was just like, so y'all want me to beat up 500 of these things?
Oh, the 1,000 Heartless challenge, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I don't know how this
I took
going.
those reaction commands, like because in that fight you can jump up and snag one of the little like laser cannon Heartless or whatever, and use it against the other ones,
Yeah,
and it just makes it so much easier.
that was good. And then there was one called the Rising Sun,
Yes,
and I'm
yeah,
just like, you know what? This might work now, because I'm knocking out all of these at one time. And then there's like this then even when I don't use a reaction command, there's like this one move I can use where it's at the end of a combo where it'll just spin magic around Sora just one good time, and it's just like, okay,
yeah,
I needed that. Because it's like,
yeah.
Jesus, 'cause I ain't seen one of these type of fights in the game in a while. It was fun. I was stressed out, but it was fun.
Well, the thing is about that, that same YouTube gamer that was breaking down the fact that they were going to be introducing the parkour system. Even though I'm pretty sure the drive forms are going to be brought back, he did say that the reaction commands is something that's actually on the fence. They don't know if they're going to bring those back.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm afraid of, because one thing I don't like about Kingdom Hearts 2, I can't dodge roll.
Right, you can't.
I'm
Right.
just like, that's the most basic command out there. All I had to do was hit square and I could move. I can't move. That's not fair. I can't move out the way. You mean to tell me I can't move out the way? I can't.
Well, it's you can move out the way. You just have to use the analog stick, and but I'm glad they at least let Sora keep, which is I don't recall exactly if he had it in the first game, is the aerial recovery function. Where, if you get knocked into the air and juggled, you can catch yourself. You can recover before you actually hit the ground.
Yeah.
And that saves you some time, usually, if you're facing a really hard battle.
Yeah, and then, what that's really good for, okay, you have a chance to jump up in the air and hit an attack. So if your opponent is vulnerable during that time, you catch yourself. I was like, okay, that works. I needed that. Because, I fought a very giant Heartless last night in Pride Rock, or Pride Lands, rather. And it's like, hey, okay, hey, I'm on top of this thing. All right, I got it. And I get hit. Like, no, I'm going to fall. I accidentally hit square. And I'm like, okay, that'll work.
And it's in battle, you kind of have to just, equip certain skills and abilities, and then just kind of test them out. Do like a little test battle with some random shadows or something, so you can just try out whatever it is you just equipped to see if you like it or not. That's what I ended up doing quite often whenever I got a new ability, because some of them, even though they're meant to be useful, some of them to me were a bit more of a hindrance than a help.
Yeah.
And so, before I left anything equipped constantly, I would test it first to see if I like it and to see if it's something I want to keep or Sora through this battle, or if it's just going to annoy me.
Yeah, I'm not all that discriminate, because with this game there's a whole lot more ability to get AP faster.
Yeah.
Because there's AP boosting, the synthesis from the Moogles. You get AP boost all the time. You get ability rings with all these APs with them. I'm just like, I might as well keep all this stuff. I need all.
Yeah, definitely hold on to those. And Moogles, the Moogles, they come in handy for creating new rings and earrings, chains that increase your HP.
Yeah.
I mean, not your HP, but your AP.
Yeah. And now, or is it how are they going to be incorporated into the next game? Is another thing, because it's like they got upgraded because at first you had to go to a certain world. It wasn't Twilight Town. It wasn't Twilight Town. It was Traverse Town in the first game,
Oh yeah.
and then
Mhm.
you can go back to actually Hollow Bastion now for that,
Mhm.
and then from every other world, if you get to what I call safe haven, they're sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually, most likely, if there's a shop there with a Moogle for it, you never have to fight a fight there. 9 times out of 10.
Right. Right. There are usually areas, and there's at least maybe I don't think there's one in like every world, but no, actually I think there is.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is. That where you as long as you're in this certain place, it's like you literally don't have to fight anything in this spot. There's and these are the spots that usually either have like save points or Moogle shops there.
yeah,
And like you said, those are safe havens. Those are safe spots where you don't have to do anything.
yeah, and pretty much just make sure you save because
Yeah, make sure
usually,
you save. Make sure you stock up. If you can at the Moogle shop.
yeah, and money is so easy to come by too. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to come by in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I love that.
And one thing about Kingdom Hearts 2, which I hope they keep in Kingdom Hearts 3, Donald
Yes, that is something I
healed.
hope sticks around.
Yeah, yeah, in Kingdom Hearts 3, I hope they're listening. Donald heals you. Because in the first game, that's the one complaint I heard everybody say, but I'm just like,
Everybody.
you can change those settings. Just change it. When I found it, I was like, okay, I can just change it, and Donald does it. But even if you change it, it's like he does it late. I'm just like, okay. It's like I'll hear, like one time I heard him call for it and I got hit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it happens so many times. I'll get hit as he says it, or I'll throw up the potion, and as it's coming down, I'll get hit. And I'm just like,
You get killed. Yeah.
yeah. But in Kingdom Hearts 2,
Yeah.
I've died thrice. Yeah, 3 times. I've died 3 times. 2 times because I was careless.
Okay.
One time, um, uh, one time is the only time I've been. I threw the potion up and it was about to come down. And the messed up part is I didn't throw a regular potion or a high potion. I threw a mega potion because everybody needed some help. So I took the extra time to make sure everybody else was straight too. And if I hadn't have done that, I probably would have been cool. So
All
I'm
right.
kind of salty
Right.
about that. Just saying,
Yeah.
salty about that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does happen, and whenever I would get to those moments where, Sora's little icon starts flashing and the little alarm starts blaring to tell you that, he's in trouble. Like, it's like I try not to let it get to that point.
Yeah,
Because, like, as soon as that alarm starts going off, I start panicking.
which is the
Because
point.
I'm like, holy crap, I'm about to die. So like I try not to let that alarm go off.
Yeah, in Kingdom Hearts 2, I haven't had to hear it that many times. If I,
Right, you hear it less. You really do.
yeah, and in Kingdom Hearts 2, when it actually happens, if it starts to go off, I usually don't have time because I've been hit so bad that I'm dying right now. It's not I'm gonna have time to go back to the ground and throw up a potion or for Donald to heal me. No, I'm about to die now.
Right. I'm dying like right now.
Yeah, it's like
Um. So I hope in Kingdom Hearts 3 that Donald remains a little bit more responsible.
yeah,
Like he is in Kingdom Hearts 2, and a little bit more on the up and up about healing you when you need it.
yeah. And then you get support characters that are really good about it too. Because Simba, I'm just like okay, like during the giant heartless fight, I'm like, okay, hey, Donald's not here, so I got to make sure, or I'm gonna heal myself. I'm like, okay. So I go, I go just to start doing stuff. I'm just like, okay, hey, let me throw up a potion right quick, Sora. I'm like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah. Yeah, so the other characters, the supporting characters from the worlds are actually usually pretty good about healing you too. And I like that. I hope that keeps up as well. Especially when you have to switch out Donald or Goofy, for one of them.
And they force
It would be
you.
nice if they, can give you the health support, besides just battle support, but the health support that you need.
Yeah, because
So let's talk about world. So what there have been between Kingdom Hearts 2 and now there have been quite a few new Disney movies
quite a
and
few.
things
That's
that
the word you're gonna
Disney
choose.
has bought the rights to.
Yeah.
So like what worlds are you hoping to see in Kingdom Hearts 3?
Well, yeah. I mean the word. The word you used there was. There have been quite a few. There's been a smorgasbord of of movies.
Yeah, of new Disney movies, right.
Yeah, and then also Disney now has Star Wars.
Mhm.
And looking at that, it's just like, okay. So y'all have Star Wars now. So, well, we're gonna get that. I know. Then,
I'm honestly not so sure about that because I don't know. I think at this point with them trying, to release it as early as this December or next December, it's usually Kingdom Hearts usually is always released around the winter holidays, either Thanksgiving or Christmas.
yeah,
And I think that even though Disney now owns the rights to Star Wars and Marvel and all of these things, I'm not sure if they're going to take that extra time, those extra legal, tidbits and frills and dressings and inconsistencies to try and insert a level when they're already trying to juggle so much. You've got the characters from the Kingdom Hearts franchise, you've got all these other Disney franchises, and you've got Final Fantasy mixed up in there too. So,
well, yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna try to do go the extra mile. Basically, I'm not sure at this point if they're gonna try to go the extra mile and insert Star Wars or the Avengers.
But we know
just,
what level.
Just for time constraints,
Yeah, but we do know what level we are going to get. Frozen.
We wait, what?
Frozen.
Oh hell yeah!
No, they're not missing that
Frozen
one.
is a given.
Frozen is a given.
Right? Frozen is a given. We're going to get Frozen.
You're gonna get it,
and
and
we're
you're gonna
going
like it
because it was too big not to include that somehow.
Yeah, I'm
And
surprised.
and Rapunzel or Tangled, that world has already been confirmed. They've shown it in a couple of the previews.
I'm surprised that we've never gotten a Finding Nemo.
Yeah, that's what that's something that a lot of people say. Disney is based. They own Pixar too, or they own most of it. And so where is Finding Nemo world? Where is Monsters Inc. world?
Yeah,
all of those things. Where's Toy Story?
that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, and that's people, Kingdom Hearts gamers have said that for years now, because that's something that they've always wondered and speculated about, like where are these Pixar worlds at?
Yeah, because that was a big missed opportunity. I think that's the only Pixar movie on the American top movies list, the top 100 is Toy Story. I think that's one of the only animated movies that's on the list, the first Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
right.
Y'all seriously missed that? Really? Really?
Right,
Okay.
right.
And but
So, but like I said, I don't know if we're going to be seeing Avengers or Star Wars or even Pixar. Those are things that I'm not sure at this juncture they're going to try to insert, for fear of not doing them justice or doing them half-assed, for lack of a better word or term.
yeah, and the
But,
only reason I was
um,
thinking Star Wars was because they had Tron in the second Kingdom Hearts.
right, right. And that was kind of something that nobody saw coming. the
Yeah, because when I got in there, I'm like,
the Tron world, because everybody was like, wait, Tron? What's Tron? And then they're like, oh,
yeah, because
they had to think for a second,
yeah, I was yeah the night that I played it, I'm just like, what's Tron doing? When did Disney own what?
Yeah, that's a Disney property, and that was the level. It and Port Royal were like the wild card levels that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, yeah. I had forgotten Port Royal was. I mean, I forgot Pirates of the Caribbean was a Disney property. Uh, just because of how how the story plays out. I'm just like, oh, okay. But they did a very good job with the level. It was very good.
Yeah, yeah, it was a nice level. I liked it. Um, one of the levels that I'm personally hoping for would actually be, well, they Tangled is already confirmed. That was one of the ones that I wanted to see because I actually like Tangled a lot.
Okay.
Um, but I would love to see a Princess and the Frog level.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that would be really cool. Though I'm unsure if they're gonna try to do that. Though as far as past games, multiple times we've had Disney villains, form alliances against Sora or whoever the good guys are, basically, and the villain from the Princess and the Frog, Dr. Facilier, he would be a really good addition to this villains clique that they have in this game.
yeah. And
And so that would be something that would be interesting, and to me that could be a very wild card ish level.
yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what they would do with it, how they would do it. Is Sora going to be turned into a frog? but
Yeah, that could. Yeah, that's a very good wild card level,
yeah,
and I do know a very good friend of ours that would love that
right.
because apparently that is a cosplay that PJ is doing at ABC this year. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like that movie was very groundbreaking, and I don't see them miss. They missed Toy Story. I don't see them missing that chance. I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't easily see them missing that. I think that may be, like I said, when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, Kingdom Hearts 2 actually had three wild card levels. The one being Tron, one being Port Royal, and the other one being the Timeless River level.
Hmm.
The black and white old school Disney level.
Oh yeah, that one
Yeah,
that one I was just
that
like, what? Just
yeah. It was
happened?
it was also a wild card level. So um, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it has two or more wild card levels thrown at us.
Yeah,
I just really hope that the Princess and the Frog will be one of them
yeah,
because I think that would just be really cool.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of like at this point, I think waiting for, okay, what are they gonna throw at us? And I don't think like they're gonna. Of course, they're not gonna reveal everything, but
Right.
that would be a very pleasant surprise to
Oh, it would. Yeah.
yeah,
Seriously.
just be playing through the game and it's like, wait, who's that? Is that who I think it
Mhm.
is? Oh my god! Yeah, I mean, yeah, and there are quite a few villains that I feel like that would have been great. But now that I think about it, you know, that may be the reason they didn't include Toy Story. Who would have been the villain there?
Right, right. The kid next door.
Yeah, Sid.
That's about, you remember Sid, he was the villain basically.
Yes, I don't think that
And
would have worked
that,
really well.
that motive might have been hard to translate or work into the story somehow.
Yeah. Then
You
let's.
know,
Yeah. So.
because how is this spoiled brat of a next door neighbor gonna stand up to like Maleficent? Like when
He's
you put
not.
them side by side, like
She's babysitting.
like right,
Yeah.
exactly. So he compared to her, he's not even a villain. So,
He's gonna be the very nice guy that messes up everything. So yeah, I can understand that. I mean, but
so yeah, that could be why that they didn't choose to go the Pixar or Toy Story route, and specifically.
yeah, there's quite a few places where they're just gonna is where they could have put in, but they probably wouldn't have had a villain like
Yeah.
Wally. Uh, a lot of people might like that world in Kingdom Hearts, but who would be the villain? Um,
Right.
uh, I feel like Finding Nemo, who would have been the villain. Uh, mm.
Right.
Now, when you go back and think about it, it's like, who would have been the villain? But one
Yeah.
thing I hope they do not do, I do not want Atlantica
What?
again. I finished that world last night. I just that world. No, never again, never again. I like fighting through my world. I don't like this
Singing.
singing and just QTE events through my world. No, I'm sorry. I'm finally done with that world and so happy about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna come back and
I
see.
honestly, I honestly prefer the Atlantica version in the first game where you actually have to do some fighting.
Yes, and it's just like this version. I'm just like, oh, a level with no fighting. This is gonna be fun. Not.
Mm, yeah.
And it's just like I don't know what are y'all doing? I don't understand. What is this supposed to be? And
Yeah.
then you get all the other worlds with it though, like the new Agrabah.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
no more pot spiders. That you don't even see you don't even see anything that looks like any of those pots in that game. You don't see barrels anymore from
No.
none of that. You don't get any inkling that was there. I think they did that though for two reasons. For one reason, just
What?
the general annoyance. But for
Yeah. Yeah.
two, a lot of people have a fear of spiders, and then you just walk up to what you think is
Is an unsuspecting pot.
yeah, and you walk up and it's like, hey, all of a sudden spider legs pop out, and people might have been triggered by that.
Yeah. Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was a very good idea that they took it out. I mean, for me, it was just annoyance, but think about somebody who has a phobia of spiders.
Right.
Oh,
Right. That could be like a really unwanted trigger. Like, I'm trying to play this game, I'm trying to enjoy it, but oh crap, spiders.
Yeah, we laughing, but somebody might have,
Yeah.
dropped from that one. But hey,
That's a very real possibility.
yeah, it really is, and it's just like okay, so no more hot spiders. Good job.
Hmm.
And there are a lot of enemies that they did bring back, but one enemy that I
Yeah.
wish they would have brought back was the flying ships. I wish they would have brought that back, but they
Right.
would have had to bring back the flying ability, which
Yeah.
they did not bring back.
Well, I'm I don't know if I should spoil that for you or not. but
Okay.
actually, in Kingdom Hearts 2, you can fly again.
Oh,
You just
so
haven't
I
gotten the
haven't.
appropriate form yet. I'm assuming,
Okay, then. So I'm not grinding hard enough yet. Okay. All right.
basically. No,
Okay.
you're not.
As usual. But at least I'm using my items now. Cause
Yes,
me being a wrestling fan, and I got to keep the championship belt on at all times.
of course, of course. That never comes off.
That's never coming off. Nope, no, it's not. And um, now, with where I'm at, because I'm in the world that never was. When it first appeared, I'm like,
Yeah,
what in the hell is that? Because when I first saw it, it was locked, and I'm just like, okay, this is something back here. This is not just here for no reason. I need somebody to
right,
tell me
right.
what this is. Then it finally shows up, and Chip and Dale are like, what's that? So I'm like, then you hear okay, I'm getting a reading that there's 2 Twilight Towns. What?
Yeah,
What? And it's like, I see one. Where's the second one that y'all talking about? That was kind of funny, and
yeah.
yeah, and all that happened after I beat Atlantica, and I'm just like, okay, so me beating this very annoying level was very rewarding. Okay, I can deal with that.
Yeah, that's why, I was saying that, it's to me, it's very necessary to complete all of the levels twice.
Yeah,
But, because just of the things that you get, the things that you can unlock, the items that you can obtain, it's worth, to me, it's worth the grind.
yeah, it's worth the grind, and then they make the game so much more rewarding with that in the
Yeah.
second one, because in the first one
Yeah, in the
it went
first
from
game, you do lots and lots of grinding, lots and lots of difficult battles with minimum reward.
yeah, and it's like it went from a brick grinder to a pepper grinder. It's just like, okay, this feels better. This feels a whole
Yeah,
lot easier. It's a whole lot less, path of resistance, and it's so much easier to play. So I
yeah,
hopefully we get that in 3. And I mean, I'm pretty sure in a lot of other iterations of the game, a lot of other versions of the game, Birth by Sleep, your recoded and all that. They improved on that, but
mhm,
I haven't played those, so I don't know. Um, I know you've played Birth by Sleep, Terra Bay.
yeah. I've played Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2. I've played Chain of Memories. I've played the what is it? I think it's 300 and something days too, and I forget the exact number.
Yeah,
And Birth by Sleep. And you're already aware of my hatred for Chain of Memories, but
yeah,
it's not the game. It's not the game itself that I hate, because like as we were talking about when we were with everybody else the other weekend, Chain of Memories has a spectacular story. Like, it's absolutely necessary if you really want to know 100% what the hell is going on.
yeah,
The story is great. It fills in lots and lots of holes, but the gameplay is so tedious and annoying. It's just, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't.
yeah.
Like, the sooner I put this down, the happier I'm gonna be.
Yeah, it for me, I play wrestling games all the time. That's what I'm used to. It was like playing, looking at it, it was like playing WrestleMania 2000 on the N64 versus playing it on a handheld, which was Game Boy Color, I was just like, oh no. This
Yeah.
looks very, very, very bad.
But I still definitely recommend you watching a Let's Play of Chain of Memories just so you can get the story.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm not playing
Yeah.
it. I'm not buying it. Nope, not doing it. Nope.
No, don't buy it. It's not. To me, it's not worth it. It's just not. I can't speak for everybody, but it's not worth it to me. Just watch a Let's Play so you can follow the story.
Yeah, because
As best you can, because the Kingdom Hearts storyline is really, really skewed.
we're both One Piece fans. We ain't got no right to say that about anything else.
Yes, that is the truth,
Yeah.
but now Kingdom Hearts is even more skewed than One Piece. I've honestly got to tell you that. One Piece is eventually, everything is brought into place, and it's usually, you don't have to wait very long for something to be made clear or made plain, depending on what it is. But in Kingdom Hearts, it's just an endless mystery. You're always wondering, like, is that what that means, or is this something else? Or, like, why is this like this? Well, who does that? Like, why did you even bother? Or why are you doing this? And it's just ongoing. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to give Kingdom Hearts the really, really skewed storyline award.
The what the F war? What's the why?
Right? What? Why? What? Yeah.
Yeah. And you can't when you find out certain things in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's just like, wait, what? Like, I got to the part
Right.
last night where I found out where Riku has been, and I'm just like, oh, I okay, that is really messed up, but why?
I told you, watch, or just watch Chain of Memories. I told you, it fills in so many gaps.
That's what
Because
that's
the games, the Kingdom Hearts games themselves, were not released in chronological order, basically.
yeah.
You have all of these games, and you literally have to arrange them physically with your hands so that you'll know what happened first, because they weren't released in the order of events.
Yeah.
If we were going by order of events, then Birth by Sleep would have actually been first.
Yeah, and I think that's the last one that came out, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, no. The last one that came out was actually Dream Drop Distance.
Okay.
Yeah, Dream Drop Distance, which was for the
Vita?
what is that? The Nintendo? Yeah, the 3DS. Yeah.
Okay.
And I heard a lot of people say like that game is terrible. It's like every Kingdom Hearts game, like even Chain of Memories, is better than this trash. But now I don't know. I've never played Dream Drop Distance. I just know what other people have said.
Oh God, you said that.
But if they were going by order of events, then Birth by Sleep would have come first.
Okay.
And then Birth by Sleep, and then Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah, they screwed that all the way to hell. But,
right, because the games were not released in chronological order, and so you have to, as you play through them or watch through them, you will be put the timeline together yourself.
Yeah. I mean, Star Wars was released the same way, so hey. Oh well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So maybe that's why they bought the franchise. Anyway,
Kindred spirits.
how's your cosplay coming?
Aqua?
Yes. While we're on the subject of Kingdom Hearts.
The only thing that I haven't finished with my Aqua costume is the chest strap. the utterly pointless chest strap.
And what purpose does this serve, Mary?
Like, what is this for? It's like nothing at all. It does nothing. So it's like the only thing that's not done is the chest strap, and I just have to shorten it and tighten it so that it doesn't just like hang off me.
Yeah.
So,
I think I
but
saw.
other than that, the costume is 100% done.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I saw Vamplet do her version at a recent con, and I'm just like, okay. I think Mary's is going to be better, but I'm joking. I'm joking. Let's not have cosplay fights here.
No cosplay fights. No, that ain't that's not what I'm doing this for.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anybody's costume is worse than mine or mine was better than anybody's. All cosplay is awesome. So.
Yes. So, this weekend, well, next weekend rather, we got the good old ABC coming up. And
Yes.
We've been waiting for this for,
For
a
a
while.
year.
Yeah, for a year. It's, everybody's finally prepared. I got my first panel this year.
Yeah. Yay!
It's going to be on Sunday at 12.
Awesome.
And I'm nervous, but I think I can do it. And I
think you'll be fine. Just breathe and nerd out.
Yeah.
Let your nerd flag fly.
Yeah. And it's on wrestling, and you've heard me preach on wrestling before, so.
Right. So, you just go and preach on wrestling.
Yes. The shade in your voice, though. Anyway, I got, a lot to do with that. And then, you're doing cosplays this year, which I'm going to be bringing a bottle of waters for you on Saturday when you do crocodile. It's good Lord.
Yeah.
we gonna have to James Brown you out the building because it's like, oh my God. Are you doing the cosplay contest though?
I most likely am not.
Okay.
Because I'm not one of those cosplayers where I take the time and energy to make my entire costume 100% from scratch. I will pick a portion that I'm going to do by hand, and then usually I just buy the rest of it. And so because my cosplay isn't 100% handmade, I would have to enter into the exhibition category at the con, and there is no online sign up for that.
Oh, okay.
And so I would have to sign up at the con, but I have to be wearing the costume that I'm planning to wear in the contest when I sign up so that they can get a picture of me, and then I would have to wear it a second time during the contest.
Yeah, that can be a little tedious.
And crocodile would have been the costume that I was going to enter, but
it's la wow.
But I was planning to wear that costume on Saturday, and so if I wore it on Friday and then wore it again on Saturday, I'd rather not do that. And so since there was no online sign up, I just said, well, maybe next time.
Yeah, there are other cons though coming up.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and then they got MCFC. They moved it to the guest house. That's on
MCFC. Which one is that? The
Memphis Comic and Fantasy.
Okay, gotcha.
And they moved it literally 2 miles from my house. So I will be walking to a con this year. Well, unless it's hot, then I'm going to be catching the bus to a con this year. Because it's like, hey, why waste the gas?
Right.
When I can just hop over there, hop back, and I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And One thing I would need to remember this year for Anime Blues is to pack my lunch because, oh my God,
Yeah, food is usually very expensive, so definitely, pack lunch.
yeah. Unless you want to, bring, some, bacon or, some
Why
steaks
would
or some potatoes or, you know, all that other stuff you be talking about, you be cooking and stuff. I don't know if you want to know.
Anyway, getting back to Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's try to stay on topic here, shall we?
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Now, as far as plot goes, I've already said that Kingdom Hearts has a very, very skewed plot line.
My thing
And
is, what benefit does Pete have at all at this point? I don't see his benefit.
does who have?
Pete. I don't see Pete benefiting at all at this point. I don't see
True,
it.
true. I really don't. Unless in Kingdom Hearts 3 he's gonna somehow turn the tables on Maleficent and the rest of the villains and do it about face, or start operating for his own gain instead of theirs.
You know what? That would be perfect. Just him pulling a coup de grace or of some sorts. That would be great.
Yeah.
And it is because it's a little much right now for him to be doing anything else. So, that would actually be exciting to see.
Yeah, that would be exciting to see.
Yeah. What thing do you see about the plot that might be different or could be different, something like that?
Well, one of the things that I am kind of curious about is, since it's going to be I guess what they're implying is the final showdown is going to be the 7 Keyblade Warriors of Light, combating Xehanort's 13 Clones of Darkness. And, I'm wondering if maybe Kairi is going to be one of the 7 Keyblade wielders of light. Because, and I say that because of the events of Kingdom Hearts 2, which you will discover yourself once you beat the game. Kairi gets her own Keyblade.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay. Because at this point,
I'm hoping to see more of her, being actually featured in the plot of Kingdom Hearts 3 rather than just kind of tacked on as an accessory.
Yeah, and not be that kind of Sakura character, where the kind of helpless character that doesn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And Kairi kind of, she gets some balls at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, and that kind of gave me hope that wow, she might actually have a bigger part in Kingdom Hearts 3, which would be really cool.
Oh yes, I'm just like that. I'm really hopeful for that because I'm even with there's a lot of testosterone in the Kingdom Hearts series, and to finally see, all right, we're gonna get a female actually doing something. All right. I think I can be on
even
board.
though Aqua is a female Keyblade wielder, but she's at the moment she's still the only girl.
Yeah, and then really now is she valid because is she still involved in the story at all? Because it's the prequel. It's the prequel. Will they bring anybody?
Right. Well, no. When Square Enix released Kingdom Hearts 2.8 remix, yes, they did that. I'm not sure if you know. They also released another prequel for Kingdom Hearts 3, which features Aqua.
Okay.
The sad part about that game is that you could beat it in 2 hours. But the good part about it is that, it gives you a really, really good sneak preview of the mechanics that's going to be used in 3. Aqua's back and all of that good stuff. And, hey, that's cool. And so I'm pretty sure Aqua is going to have a bigger part in Kingdom Hearts 3 than she has had since Birth by Sleep, literally, because that's like the only game we see her in.
Right.
but
Because
she will be back.
yeah,
I'm confident of that.
yeah,
But I think it would be interesting to see Kyrie as well. Being one of the 7 Keyblade wielders.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's just the 7 Keyblade World thing. It's just like, okay, it's gonna be all guys. Okay, all right. And then just one token girl that may or may not be in the game at that time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, people. Let's do better. Let's do better. And so, what plot twist do you kind of want to see besides the what I obviously said, Pete? What plot twist do you really want to see? What big surprise would just throw you off?
Well, a big surprise. Honestly, a big surprise. I would be surprised if anybody actually died.
You know what?
Sora and Sora, Donald, and Goofy excluded. If someone actually died, by the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm gonna be blown away because, so far throughout each of these games, the ones that I've played anyway, death is not really something that occurs and sticks.
Yeah, because it's like Sora kind of dies in the first one, and then it's like
Right, he kind of died, but it didn't stick.
yeah, and then Kyrie in the first one kind of died.
Kind of died.
Yeah, and then it didn't stick. And so
Yeah, it didn't stick. They have killed multiple villains multiple times. That shit never sticks.
if I had
You
to kill,
know.
if I had to kill that man one more time, and
Right, so if someone, and I would hate, yeah, I always hate, when there's a death of a major character that I like, but that at the same time that also adds a certain amount of realism to any story, basically.
Yeah, and most people that are going to be playing this are going to be grown. Let's just admit this.
Absolutely.
They're going to have their kids playing this, but
Right, but the majority of us who are looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3 the most are 25 and above.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And so, so you're trying to appeal to what is not such a child audience anymore.
Yeah.
We've grown up, during this 10-year hiatus or this 10-year development stage. And to me, you don't have to make Kingdom Hearts blood and gore and prostitutes, but it would be, if there was some more realistic and mature elements of the game, like actual death, like if someone actually was a casualty of this battle that's coming up, that's reality. Death happens.
Yeah.
In any war, there's going to be casualties on both the bad guy side and the good guy side. So if Square Enix made that more mature decision to actually have a death, especially on the hero side, I think that would just be, freaking huge.
Me, I would, on the hero side, I think if someone was to make what I call a heel turn, where someone would decide, okay, this is not for me anymore. I'm going to just switch over here. Like maybe not even like Sora, Donald, or Goofy, like somebody from either like the Final Fantasy series or
right.
maybe somebody from another world, and all of a sudden you look up, it's like, wait, why are you doing this? Oh, well, they said they would help me do this. It was just like, but
Yeah, and Riku has made the heel turn of the century, in the first game,
oh yeah,
but all of that, kind of dissipates, and he comes back around, to the good guy side and all of that.
yeah,
But like you said, if even though his heel turn has already occurred and turned back, there's still room for it to happen to somebody else.
yeah. And my thing is, my thing is the way Cloud came into the first game was just like there's potential there. I see
Yeah.
something there.
Well, Cloud though, ever since his character's inception, basically, he has been, for lack of a better term, fighting the darkness.
Yeah, I see that.
And so, right, ever since his development, he has constantly been fighting the darkness. He's, this is he ain't new to this battle. He true to this battle.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and you see,
and so, like, if he were to in Kingdom Hearts 3 make a heel turn like that, even though I don't particularly see it happening, not in this game, but that would still be very interesting.
yeah, and somebody that I would actually like to see play a major part in the game instead of just being a side character or a side battle because he's too good to just be on the sidelines. Sephiroth.
Who's that?
Sephiroth.
Mm.
Yeah, because
Well,
because I understand
that is all kinds of complexity right there.
Yeah, because it's like he just comes in, peeks his head in, and then comes back, and then it's like he's gone. And
Yeah.
if you've
It's like,
never
peek, I'm out.
if you've never played Final Fantasy, it's just like, who is this guy? And I mean, you kind of can't feel him out, and it's just like they bring him in for a little more time to do something because he could potentially have a very big part in the Kingdom Hearts series, but I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think if they did anything with Sephiroth, they're going to save it for a Final Fantasy game. But, one of the, what I hear from a lot of people who I've discussed not Final Fantasy, but Kingdom Hearts 3 with, they've said, when we talk about what worlds and what new levels do you want to see, a lot of people have said that they would love to see a Final Fantasy level. Just like strictly Final Fantasy, not Hollow Bastion or Radiant Garden, but like a strictly Final Fantasy level. And I was like, that would be really, really cool. I doubt it's going to happen, but that would be really, really cool.
And it would make sense.
And it would be really cool. It would fit. It would take things, a little bit out of the Disney territory and into the Final Fantasy territory. A little, and give more depth to the characters that we already see in this game, that we've seen in just about all the games in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
And so if they were to do an actual Final Fantasy level as like maybe a wild card level, then I could see Sephiroth perhaps having a bigger part to play in the actual plot.
Yeah, and then if you have a Final Fantasy level, he's probably going to be the boss in the level. And I'm here for him being a bigger part in the game, but him going from optional boss to I need to beat him, I wouldn't be all here for that.
Yeah, that would be a really daunting twist right there. If Sephiroth went from an optional boss to a mandatory boss, that is gonna deter some people right there.
Yeah, because it's like all of a sudden you hear the music and it's like, oh, I'm fighting him. Okay, it's an optional fight, right? Wait, I have to.
Right.
I have to beat him this time. Yep.
Right. It's like if victory against Sephiroth became mandatory, Oh wow. Yeah,
Mm,
there's gonna be lots of angry gamers out
yeah, some folks gonna start.
there. Oh,
We gonna see
but
riots
I
and
mean, you never know. Hey,
yeah, I mean that could be fun, but
no, it couldn't be. That couldn't be fun at all.
yeah.
But
Uh,
but like I said, hey, you never know. They may decide to throw in a Final Fantasy level as a wild card. But to be honest, and another YouTube gamer said this, like even if a Final Fantasy level wasn't really necessary to the plot, he made the point of saying that the Final Fantasy level could work a little bit something like Traverse Town or Hollow Bastion. It could be like that home level where you go and restock items.
yeah, that could be
Where
great.
you go to complete like mini challenges or side quests or just restock your items and chat with the NCPs.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
that could be something interesting too. Like if just the Final Fantasy world was the quote unquote home world of the game.
yeah. It's a lot of potential for a lot of worlds to be in there, and it's a lot of potential for a lot of worlds to be just included in such a way that you don't have this like, well, where is this world? Where is this world? Where is this world? And then Final Fantasy would make sense.
Yeah.
The Winnie the Pooh thing. The Winnie the Pooh thing. I think that was a nice touch the way they did it in the second game, but I'm actually prepared to not have that in the third.
What?
The whole I gotta fix Winnie the Pooh's world again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want another problem in that world. Can we get another problem?
Yeah, that would be nice if there was some actual trouble going down in the 100 Acre Wood.
Yeah, yeah. It's some trouble in the wood. That would be great.
Mhm.
And it's a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah, and so I mean, at this point, everybody's looking forward to it. Everybody's looking
Yeah.
forward to doing, to playing it. But now the thing is, are we going to get a release date at the next I think the next event is like D23. And then they said something about the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra is going to be involved in the next reveal.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared for that.
Yeah, I'm very hyped for that. I hope that we will get a release date, a concrete release date very soon. Yeah, like we discussed when we were all, eating at Pacific Fusion the other weekend, I suspect either if not this December, then probably most likely next December.
I'm thinking next December. I mean,
I
hopefully,
am too. I really am.
yeah, because it would be too quick just for me.
Right.
And hopefully, by the time it comes out, I'll have Shenmue 3 in my hands. Because Lord, you think you've been waiting long for a game? Shenmue
Right.
2 came out in 2001,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh my God, it's almost been 20 years. Can y'all give us something? And then they finally give us. I mean, so it's been a while, and I want to
Yeah.
see something. And Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out would be great. Shenmue 3 coming out would be
Yeah.
great. But in the meantime, in between time, we got next weekend at least.
Oh yeah. All the hype, yo.
Yeah, yeah,
Living on the hype.
yeah. The family reunion, as people call it.
Yeah. Fam reunion.
Yeah,
I'm very excited to see everybody, to debut some new cosplay, to run around, take pictures,
yeah,
go to panels, just do everything we normally do. Just have a blast.
yeah. And I mean, looking back at all the memories I have of Anime Blues on my like Facebook, it's just like, Jesus, how many people did I meet just because I opened my mouth? I know,
Right? Yeah.
I know
It
everybody's,
happens.
yeah, and I know everybody's looking at me like, Omar, but you talk all the time. No, I talk at con, and you never heard me shut up at con because I test my social limits at con. So, I mean, me talking at con earned me a whole lot of friends. So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Same here.
yeah, it'll be fun to see who comes around this year.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, I think this should about wrap it up, don't you think?
Yep, I agree. I think we've, covered a lot of bases, had some good discussion, and, now we'll see what the next Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer has in store for us.
Yeah, hopefully it is something better. So, well, next show, what you think about Fairy Tale for the next show?
Well, I'm not familiar with fairy tale like that.
Well, yeah. So finally something.
If it was something like, My Hero Academia or, what was the other topic we touched on? I
Yeah.
forgot.
Well, the reason I said um, Fairy Tale, because is one of our favorite people who wanted to do a fairy tale podcast. Hobwin.
Okay, well, I mean, hey, that's fine. I mean, I can interject and whatever I can,
Yeah,
and I
and
can, even learn a little bit.
yeah, and it'll be nice to be on the teaching end for once because most of these has been like, okay, I don't know anything, so I'm just gonna sit here for a while and try to talk about stuff. I mean, so, or but you've gotten me started on My Hero Academia. I think I need to get you started on Fairy Tale.
Okay,
And
well, Fairy Tale has been on my list for a long time now, so, hey, let's go for it.
yeah, but be prepared to get into it like you did One Piece and be watching a whole lot of episodes of stuff.
Oh yeah, that's how I am. Once I'm into something, I'm in. It's over.
Yeah, and I'll be
I don't. Yeah.
yeah, I'll be watching My Hero Academia today. Oh yes.
All right, sweet.
Okay. Well, I will hit you back later. And I guess this will be ending the podcast right here.
All righty, peace out, everybody.
All right then. See ya.
See you next time.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. And